Okay, you guys, we're gonna jump right in. First, you brown your tomato paste in a few tablespoons of olive oil. Browning your tomato paste creates a deep, rich, slow-cooked tomato flavor without having to cook your sauce for hours and hours, because it's not necessary. It's just pizza sauce. So then you add a tablespoon of garlic. You can use crushed or sliced. It's just a matter of preference. Now we're adding in our canned San Marzano tomatoes. I puree mine because I like a smooth sauce, but it's all a matter of preference. You can simply crush yours, it will work the same. And then we're going to season our sauce with the dried herbs because dried herbs have a concentrated flavor, and since this sauce is not slow cooked, it works best. So we add dried basil, oregano, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and some crushed red pepper seeds. Now we're adding in our brown sugar, and that's to balance out the acidity from the canned tomatoes. Now our sauce has been simmering for about 25 minutes. It's thicker. It has reduced some. You can tell by the size of your pan how much it has reduced. And we're going to add in a bit of brown sugar because it's still a little bit acidic. So now we're going to get started on our pizza dough. I'm checking the temperature of my water. It needs to be 115 degrees to activate that yeast. Then I'm going to add my yeast to the water and a pinch of brown sugar to feed the yeast. And then we'll cover this up and put it to the side. Okay, so now our yeast is bloomed. We're going to add it to our mixing bowl. If you have a stand mixer, please feel free to use it. If not, you could do it by hand. I usually do it by hand. You add in half your flour, then add your olive oil and your honey. The honey is optional. If you do not like honey, you can omit it. If you don't want a sweet taste, you can omit it. It doesn't matter. It's all a matter of preference. Please make sure you're stopping your bowl if you are using a mixer, scraping down the sides, mixing the bottom because sometimes the flour tends to settle. So, just keep doing that. And while this is mixing and I'm adding the rest of the flour, I'm going to discuss the types of flour you can use. You can use the typical all-purpose, which is sold at stores. You can use bread flour or you can use whole wheat. But if you use whole wheat, don't make the mistake that I did in this video. Do a half and half of whole wheat and AP flour. Don't use all whole wheat. Now we're dumping it out the bowl. It's not fully incorporated, but that's because we're going to knead it anyway by hand. And I don't know if y'all could tell by the video, but the dough is kind of tougher. And that's why I mentioned earlier, not using only whole wheat flour. Whole wheat flour doesn't give you a softer dough as if you use AP or bread flour. But if you like me, and I kind of like that whole wheat taste to my pizza crust, I always do a mixture of both. And now, after 20 minutes of kneading, you're going to see I'm going to do a little thumb test. You press it in, and when it bounces back, it's done. So yeah, now it's done kneading, and I'm going to put it in a bowl with olive oil. You make sure that oil is covered around it. Okay, so now our dough is going to get covered in plastic wrap and put in an oven that was preheated to 100 degrees then turned off. I wait 15 minutes before I put it in there because I don't want to cook it or even start the cooking process. This is just to create that warm air that's needed to make the dough rise. Okay, so our dough was rising for about an hour, and this is how it looks. Please make sure you put yours in a bigger bowl. I know better than that. But yeah, just put it in a bigger bowl. You're just going to turn it out onto your floured surface and start to press it out with your hands to form that shape. So now I'm going to weigh out my dough. If you're making multiples, this is an easy way to ensure that you have, even pizzas. I'm making 16-inch pizzas, so I'm going to use about 19 ounces of dough per pizza. Now we're going to try to work and perfect that shape. I used to make 200 plus pizzas at an old job, so like I can get the shape pretty down packed on my own. But if you are worried about getting the shape right, I'm going to show you a trick a little bit later. So we're going to take our screen, add a little bit of cornmeal. I know it's weird, it has holes, but sometimes it sticks. I don't know why, sometimes it just sticks. The trick is to use a rolling pin. Real simple. You're at home, you're not a professional pizza maker, a rolling pin is acceptable here. Also, preheat that oven to 500 degrees. Everybody doesn't have a pizza screen, so if you don't have a pizza screen, you can use a cast iron or a cookie sheet. Just make sure they're in the oven preheating while the oven is getting hot. And when they come out, you put the cornmeal on it the same way you put it on the screen. So now I'm just perfecting my shape, and I'm going to brush olive oil onto the crust. Brushing olive oil onto the crust prevents it from getting soggy. I don't like soggy pizza crust, therefore I brush my crust with oil. This is optional. You don't have to do it. Everything in this video is optional, honestly. You can tweak this recipe, make it your own. This is just a basic recipe. So now I'm adding the sauce. We don't like a lot of sauce in my family. We always order our pizzas extra light sauce. So we're just gonna add a little bit of sauce. Then we're adding 3 cheeses, all shredded by me. We add mozzarella, white cheddar, and Parmesan. You can add whatever cheeses you like. It's all up to you, your family's taste buds, however y'all like it. This is just like basic guidelines on how to do it. And then we're just adding, that's the rest of the Parmesan I'm adding. I'm going to show y'all how the pizza looks before we put it in the oven. When we put it in the oven, we're putting it on that bottom rack. That's how you get that nice pizzeria style pizza crust. Okay, so that pizza is going to cook for 5 minutes on the bottom of the oven and then 5 minutes on the top rack. And I'm going to make this garlic butter. Use some butter, crushed garlic, parsley, and Parmesan. There are no measurements. Microwave for 30 seconds, and when it comes out, add olive oil, set it to the side, because guess what? Pizza's done. Yes, it's all golden, bubbly, and brown. This is how dark we like ours. If you like a lighter pizza, cook it for less time. 5 to 7 minutes is ideal. You'll have the perfect pizza. Just keep an eye on it while it's in the oven. I'm brushing mine with the garlic butter. If you don't like the garlic butter, you can just use olive oil. It's all up to you. You can put toppings on your pizza. This is just like a base sauce, base dough, base pizza recipe. You could just add your toppings, make it your own. So now I'm gonna cut it with my pizza cutter. If you don't have a pizza cutter, you can use a knife, a machete, whatever is available to you. It's your pizza. Nobody can tell you how to cut it. I'm cutting mine into 8 typical slices. You can cut yours into 16 if you're serving children. You can cut it square. It's all up to you. So yeah, you guys, that's it. That's the end of my very first video. Thank you guys for tuning in. I have so much more coming your way. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Become a part of the notification gang. Share this video with your friends, your family, your enemies. Don't be stingy with me. Leave suggestions down below for what types of videos you'd like to see. Follow me on Instagram at Kaydeen Jahmoya. That's my only social media. So yeah, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Bye.
I'm so OFF, I got bars like I'm in a cell. She tryna bomb, but I got a bell. See them niggas is frail. He say he hot, he going to hell.